So what are unconfirmables? Unconfirmables are beliefs that I personally think that logically, since you can't confirm and they can't be debunked, that there's no point, and it's not worth it to go out and kill someone over, or hurt someone over. And these things are these beliefs are beliefs such as religions, beliefs such as worldviews, usually like conspiracy theories. And what prompted me to make this video was I seen a conspiracy theory that, and one of my friends believe it, and I like, you can believe whatever you want, but if it can't be confirmed and I can't debunk it, because in the conspiracy theory, like, all right, so here's the conspiracy theory, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. The conspiracy theory is that Jews basically control everything. They control all the media and all businesses, and we're fucked. And anyone who's not a Jew is fucked because the Jews want to kill everyone who isn't them, and that's why the world is becoming a worse place over time. And there's no hope because the Jews also control the media. Now, here's the thing. If the Jews control the media, I can't pull up anything from Google to be like, well, this conspiracy theory doesn't hold water because actually they're like one of the smaller religions compared to like Christians and Muslims. So them having so much control wouldn't really make a lot of sense. And then you're like given evidence that's like kind of bullshit. And if you go and try and disprove all the evidence that's presented to you, you're told that, well, the source you're using is controlled by Jews, so you can't even disprove it. Well, how am I? Well, on the same coin, I can say, well, your evidence is fucking made up and you can't prove it either. So which one is who's correct? Well, we don't know, honestly. So if it's something you don't know and I don't know, why is it something we're believing then? Because it's not really like, go ahead, believe it if you want, but it's such a miserable belief. It's a belief where there's no reason to keep going. There's no reason to have hope. You think that the Jews run everything and that they're gonna kill everyone except themselves, and now you should fucking just give up because they control the media, they have too much control, and like the world is getting worse because of that. That's fucking pointless. That's not something that someone who's gonna achieve anything believes. And if you can't confirm it for yourself because your fucking quote unquote evidence can be just as made up as the evidence I pull from Google to try and debunk your evidence, is like, you don't know then. So don't believe it if you don't like, not don't believe it, but like, don't die on that hill because it's something you don't know, you don't really know. Use your brain to be like, well, if that's true, I think my friend is going to grow up out of it and he's going to realize that that conspiracy theory is for losers and it's for people who've been hurt and it's for people who are gullible to these things and they want to be surrounded by a bunch of people who've also been hard done by and they want to be victims and they want to say, pity me, this is why I haven't achieved where I want to be in life. I think he's going to grow up and realize that. But the seeds of doubt wouldn't be there if it wasn't for me. And what's happening in the UK is disgraceful. because they're trying to ban hate speech. And here's the thing, obviously I don't agree with hate speech, but you need people who believe in these things that are like silly, honestly, to say it publicly so that you can have someone to say, well, that's a bunch of bullshit, and here's a reason why that's a bunch of bullshit. Because people can't do that and they're being arrested for doing that, they don't have community to actually save them from their own shit. They don't have anyone to go and save them from the rabbit hole they've dug for themselves. So, because hate speech is banned, it just gets censored, and then they get arrested, and nothing is achieved. They still believe what they believe. They're fucking wasting police's time, and the problem isn't resolved. How is arresting someone gonna fucking change their mind? What you're actually doing is you're confirming it. Because, oh look, I've been arrested because of wrongthink. So therefore, if I'm being told this is wrong by mainstream media and like a big government that like controls everything, you're fucking giving them ammunition to think that they're right, because you're doing the actions that they're saying you would do if you try and expose this information. So it's ridiculous. If the UK government were like, well, I see your point of view, but here's a bunch of evidence to show that what you believe is not true. You shouldn't be arrested, but I think you should be more educated. Here's a bunch of resources. We're going to help you. We're going to listen to you. We're going to be nice. We're not going to be a bunch of fucking idiots who waste police resources on locking people up over ideas. Dude, if you don't share ideas, you're never going to learn. You're never going to develop. You need to have people who disagree with you in order to like be challenged and challenge back and come to the truth. And it's why I don't think hate speech should be banned or censored. I think if you have a grievance, it should be encouraged that you go and say it, so that at least someone can talk you out of it and be like, well, buddy, maybe some of what you're saying is right, but like this part isn't true, and this part isn't true, and this part isn't true. But yeah, maybe there is an issue with like the amount of immigrants coming in and being illegal and whatever, but you don't like everyone who says that illegal immigration shouldn't happen and that it's wrong for people who actually do have criminal backgrounds to come in and take jobs from the UK people, like that shouldn't really be something that's banned. Like, you should be able to say that and not be worried that you're gonna spend a night in prison over it. Like, don't become a dictatorship, United Kingdom, because that's the path you're going down. You're going down a path where you're gonna be totalitarian, and it's just not gonna be good for everyone, because the people who believe what they believe are still gonna exist, and there's not going to be a way to reason with them, because you don't give them a platform to be reasoned with. You've just banned everything that's hateful, and it's like, it's to the point where no ideas are being shared anymore. So you have a bunch of people who still believe in what they believe, and then when a stabbing happens, of course they're going to be riled up. And like all these people who you would have heard of if you didn't ban them, go out and go start rioting. And you wonder like, well, how did this happen? Oh, it happened because of hate speech. We need to ban it even more. No, you fucking morons. You banned hate speech, so they had only their echo chambers to go to, and the reason they're even more hateful is because you fucking banned everybody. So ideas weren't shared and people weren't calmed down. And now they're crazy. Like, wake up. This shouldn't be rocket science. Wake up. All right. Peace. I think I've said what I need to say. As for like worldviews and religions and stuff, don't go out and kill people and hurt people over like because your God told you to, or like you believe in something so strongly. Because you can have your strong belief, right? But don't don't like, if you can't confirm it, don't like don't hurt anyone for it. Because like, do you honestly really know how the universe was created? Honestly, like, if you did and you could prove it, well, you'd be a millionaire. And in fact, you'd be the most important person on the planet because nobody can prove that. If you're being intellectually honest with yourself, you will admit, no, you don't really know where the universe came from. How the fuck could anybody know? You may have a strong belief that this makes sense, what you think. It's a God because of this reason, or that reason, or whatever. But you don't truly know. Because if you say it's God, well, then what came before God? And if you say it's a Big Bang, well, then what came before the Big Bang? So it's like, come on, dude. We literally can't figure this out. It's something that I don't think humans will ever be able to comprehend, because you're always going to be able to ask the question, well, then what came before that? Oh, well, it was a gas and it was a molecule. Okay, well, what came before the gas and what came before the molecule? Oh, what came before this? Not worth killing each other over. And not a good idea to ban any of it. Don't ban people's ideas, because if you ban it, I'm repeating myself. I think I got the message across. Peace, guys. Peace, literally. Peace. Stop killing each other.